It's significantly lighter than the Banshee, you can tell. Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. If you watched in the last video, you saw I just picked up a new 250R. Project 250R is underway. So I've already started to do my research and everything. Now before I get to talking, because I got a lot of talking to do, I'm gonna swing you around and I'm gonna show you this quad. So there she is. She's sitting exactly as I picked her up. I haven't even touched her yet. So the only thing I did was put a little bit of air in the tires because they were pretty damn flat. They actually registered 0 pounds in all of the tires. The two front tires I think had like 2 pounds. So I put 9 in the back, 11 in the front, which is kind of where I like to run it for, you know, cruising around here and going on dirt and stuff. Sometimes I'll go a little bit lighter. But that's what all that I did. And you can see this is a clean quad. So you probably saw in the last video how clean it was. But I thought today was a really nice day to get a good look at this thing out in the sunlight and show you guys just what we're working with. So if you watched, you saw it's really in good shape. So all these A-arms and everything, they're all super tight. I can't believe it. I don't have wiggle in anything. The steering stem too. There's just, it's hard to even feel any play in there. There's just a tiny little bit, but that's rare, especially on an older quad like this. Usually these things are whooped. So I think it was definitely worth the $3 grand that I paid for it. This came with a title, pretty much all stock. These plastics are Mayer race cut fenders. You can see they're lower profile in the back. There's no big fairings in the front to block mud, which is fine because we're gonna be building an MX quad. We're not gonna be using these plastics anyway. But that was one of the only things that wasn't included with this thing original, which is the OEM plastics. And Rich, the guy I bought it from, actually had them, but they were so tattered up, cracked and zip tied, they would have gone right in the trash anyway. Looks like the original Honda gold wheels, front and back. These tires, I don't really know what they are. 2 different tires in the front. All this stuff is going to get replaced. It doesn't really matter. These back R-Trax tires are still in good shape. Those are the same ones I was running on the Raptor. They're decent tires. They weren't my favorite. Richie said he liked them. Gave you a good look at this motor. You can see some gasket sealer in here, so someone's been in there, which no doubt. I mean, it's a 30-year-old 2-stroke quad. This thing's probably been rebuilt several times, but you can see it looks good, man. I mean, I really have no complaints. I couldn't find any cracks or anything. It's nice that the chain guard is still on there. The mounts aren't cracked off. Got our key and carburetor on there. Supposedly this is the factory bore. Whether or not that's true, I guess we'll find out. Got these old school DG Nerf bars. Nets are falling off on the other side. We're gonna be getting new Nerf bars. Show you back here. Got that iconic ProLink swing arm. Looks really nice. You can tell the chain needs to be tightened up a little bit. And the toolkit right here apparently still has a number of the original stuff in here. I can feel the tools in here. I'm not gonna pull that stuff out right now. Looks like it's in a Crown Royal bag. And as we move along here, you can see it's got an old school Graydon Proline grab bar. Pretty neat. And this silencer here, I mentioned in the last video, is made by Clem Research. So that's a company I never heard of before, and I talked with Blake from DBC Racing. Turns out that is a company that was they used to make exhaust systems back in the mid-80s. They are no longer around though, to the best of my knowledge. Show you this side of the motor. Really clean if you ask me. Remember guys, this quad's a 1987. And this Dynaport pipe is in really good shape. So this was refinished by the previous owner. It was chrome before. Worked at a machine shop. He was able to remove the finish and then paint it with heat paint. I don't see any dents or dings in it. So if I do decide to use that pipe, which I'm not 100% certain yet, and from what I understand, that's a mid-range pipe, which is what I would be looking for, I would probably get that chrome plated, make it look like brand new. Got the old school faded DG sticker. Original plastic scoops for the radiator. I'm pretty sure this is the original suspension. It's possible it was replaced, but it actually feels decent, which is unbelievable. And of course, the DG alloy front bumper. That's definitely an old school style. When I think of quads back when I was a kid, that DG bumper was like notorious, definitely iconic. I don't think we're gonna run it, but that's a nice bumper. And then up here at the controls, got some Acerbis bark busters, upgraded the fat bars, got these converted fat bar clamps on here. Definitely a nice upgrade. Still has the headlight on there, some newer grips. All this stuff is probably gonna go, but it's just cool to see what it looks like now and how much different it's gonna look. So that's pretty much everything in its entirety. Let me pop off the back plastics and rear seat just so you can take a look under there too. All right, so there it is with the seat and rear plastics off. You can see this breather tube is cracked. Not too concerned about that. These are probably all the original rubber bushings and everything. It's kind of cool. These plastics are held on by a strap instead of pins or bolts like most quads. Just trying to roll away from me there. You can see what it looks like. Definitely clean. Blake from DBC Racing told me that up here, around here, is a really common place for these frames to crack. This one looks really nice. It still has the original stickers and stuff on there. Add coolant. Looks like there's some sludge in there. All that stuff's gonna be getting cleaned out. And actually, I don't even think I pulled this off the other day. Let's see what we got going on air filter wise. Looks like an uni in there. Fairly clean. Not bad, not bad. All right, guys, so let's get this thing fired up. I know that's what you're all waiting for. Let's see what that Dynaport pipe and Clem Research exhaust sounds like. Now, the other day when I had it running, I couldn't really get it to idle nicely. I don't know if it's because it's a little bit cold out. Maybe it's not jetted 100%. So I'm gonna see if I can get her to warm up to operating temperature, and we might just cruise around and see what kind of power she's got. Figure I'll give you guys a little first-person view. Got that forward-kicking kicker. For those of you guys that have never ridden a 250R before, LT 250R kicks backwards. This one you kick forwards though. So I'm just going to take this for a quick lap. It actually runs really well. It definitely wasn't warm when I rode it the other day. And when it hits the power band, it's actually got a surprising amount of power. Just kind of run it through the gears here. I want to make sure everything's working. Sorry if this sounds a little weird. I've got a full face helmet on, like motorcycle style, so when I open up the shield, I know it sounds a little bit different. But I'm getting fogged up here. Kind of a weird feel because it's significantly lighter than the Banshee, you can tell. It pulls pretty good. A little unstable. See how it pulls from down low. That lady hates my guts. Oh shit. Damn, that was a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie. That quad moves, man. I'm really surprised the amount of power that it has for being a stock bore 250. Now, you could definitely feel the lack of low end grunt. If you guys saw there, I had it in a higher gear and I tried to kind of pull out, and it took a while till it finally got up to that power band, and then it pulled a little bit. Now, keep in mind, I'm used to riding this 421 stroker Banshee, which pulls like a raped ape in the lower RPMs. Oh shit! So it's kind of not a fair comparison, but I'm really surprised how much power this thing has. It was pretty stable. It got a little bit wobbly once I got up into the higher speeds, but man, if you were on the dirt, you wouldn't even notice that stuff. This is a solid quad, man. I could take this thing riding just the way it sits. Okay guys, so now that you've seen exactly what we're working with, it's time to get into what we're gonna do to this quad. So for those of you that are new to the channel, I like to take quads, do either complete restorations or complete custom builds. So the last quad I did was a Yamaha Banshee. We turned it into a 421 Assassin stroker. That thing turned out absolutely phenomenal. This one's gonna be even better. Now this build is gonna be different than the Yamaha Banshee. So I'm not gonna go into details with that yet. That's gonna be in the next video. We're going to be going over the color scheme that we're going to be doing with it for this quad, the parts that we're planning on using, and the purpose that we're going to be building it for. Remember guys, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this content. That helps me out a lot. For all you new guys, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I like to post up at least a video a week, and I'm trying to post even more frequently than that. We're at just over 25,000 subscribers. We're already rushing the 26,000. It's crazy. The growth is starting to get quicker and quicker. Let's see if we can get to 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That would be absolutely insane. The bigger the following I can get, guys, the more revenue I get, and the more expensive parts I can get to build even more badass quads. Keep the channel going. I appreciate all you guys. If you haven't already, make sure to check out that banner below. It's got my Teespring store on there. If you guys want to see any kind of Mike Sabo merch, that does help me out, guys. I do get a percentage of those sales, which goes right into my YouTube fund. I did just make a new shirt with a 250R on it. It's not this one. It's actually the DBC Racing 250R, which is absolutely nasty, and it's going to be very similar to what this will be like when we're done. But definitely check that out. I really appreciate all that. I appreciate all you guys. Everybody, even just watching these videos, really means a lot to me. I love all you guys. I will see you in the next video. Peace out.